So welcome everyone back. Today we'll be solving one more problem on isometric projection. 2 minutes I will present the screen. Okay, so this is a problem again on combination of solid. So here you have a square prism. At the surface you have an hemisphere of diameter 20. So the square prism will be having the bottom square and the top square. So the bottom square base dimension is given as 60 mm in our top view, and the height for the square prism is shown in our front view as 30 mm. So at the center of the square prism we have the hemisphere located whose diameter is 25, means radius will be equal to exactly 25 mm. So how we proceed? Always we should now start from the bottom solid and then show the top part of the solid. So first, for our reference, no need to draw the straight line, but still I'm just showing you an straight line. Okay, so now we have to construct the prism here. So this is a square prism. So side is equal to 60 mm. So we need to take both the side for 60 mm, that is true length. We need to calculate the isometric length of it. So for 60 mm, multiply 60 into 0.8164. So you get 60 into 0.8164 as 48.98 mm. So to get number of counts on the grid line, divide 48.98 by 0.8164. How much you get? 6 is the count. So you have to take towards your right 6 and towards your left 6. I'll just select the line thickness, it's visible. I'll just make it normal. So it is of 0.05 mm. Okay. So even let the pattern be normal. So now I go for line. Take 6 units towards my right. So this is the midpoint. So from there I'll count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again I'll come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again 6 units. You join. Okay, if this is coming extra, kindly okay. So after that, now bottom square of the square prism is over. So we need to construct the top surface. For that we need the vertical height of the square prism. It is 30, is a true length. We have to convert that into isometric. Right. So before converting into isometric, join the midpoints to get the axis height. So that you will get the center of the square. So after joining, if it is not connected, please zoom and check properly. Go for line from midpoint to midpoint, right? So now from the center we have to take the axis height, which is 50 mm. That is the true length. So we'll convert that into isometric. So how much you get? 50 into 0.8164. That is equal to 40.82. So to calculate number of count on the grid scale, divide that by 40.82 divided by 0.8164. How much you get? As count 5. So now from the center, I'll go for line pattern. You draw as per the center line. From the center, count 50 units. Sorry, 5 units. Okay. From the line. So this is a midpoint 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right. So now same thing we have to project from all the corners. 5 units. From here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. From this corner 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, let this be continuous line. Change this into, it took something else. Change this into normal line. Okay, this also, let this be normal line. And again from this corner count 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And similarly from here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now all the 5 corners we have to join. So you have to see where this line is ending. So it is ending here. So we need to join from here. So top surface of the square prism we are joining now. There was some extra line, I suppose. See, there was an extra line. So I've removed it. And I'm joining. Okay, so we have just constructed the square prism here. So here what's happening, the hidden lines won't be visible. So we can remove the hidden lines. The back portion will not be visible. So I erased it. So this side will be visible. So I am retaining it. Okay. So now we have to show the hemisphere. To show the hemisphere, we need the center line. So I will join the mid lines of the top surface. And again, if I come here, I'll get the midpoint. So from midpoint to midpoint. After this, we got the center. So now we can see the radius of the hemisphere is 25 mm. Right. So if it is 25 mm, we need to house this hemisphere within a square first. So 25 mm means diameter is 50 mm. So 50 mm we need to convert it into isometric scale. So it is 50 into 0.8164. So how much we get? It is 40.82 is the isometric scale. So to calculate the number of units in the grid, you need to divide 40.82 divided by 0.8164. So you'll be getting the count of 5 units. So now you have to measure 5 units totally. Okay, so 5 units count you have to draw on all the sides. So you go for line, right? 5 units means it should be 2.5 here and 2.5 over here. So this is the count. If this is the center, before that you can zoom the area. Zoom the area, go for line. Right, 2.5 will come over here. If this is the thing, 2.5. So I can give here exactly 2.5 is the midpoint. So it is coming fully. Consider 2.5 exactly and then you will extend it. And here also this is 2 Exactly 2.5 means half of it. Come back. So here we took 2 and here we didn't took 2. Okay, so just redraw. I'll use another color so that you will be having some clarity. Okay, if the color here I can change to blue. I'll select line. Okay, so 2.5 I need to select now. So from here, this is 2 and this is 2.5. That's taking the entire line. Go for line. This is 2, 2.5, and again I'm taking, this is 2 units. So take half unit of the next box. 2 half unit of the next box. This is 2 half unit of the next box. 2 half unit of the next box and join it. So now we have constructed a square of 50 mm. Okay, so then now we have to construct the circle because we have an hemisphere. So how do we construct it? So for that you should know what is this axis. So this axis is exactly equal to 25. So from the center we will measure 25. I'm sorry, we were not supposed to draw here. I didn't see the axis height. So after construction of the square prism, we need to construct the hemisphere. So this hemisphere is at a height of radius 25 mm. So from the center, we need to measure 25 mm first. So 25 mm is the true radius, true length. So I'll convert that into isometric. 25 into 0.8164. So you will get 20.41 is the mm value of the vertical height. So you divide that by 0.8164. So you will get the count. It is equal to 2.5 mm. Right. So you now take line, count 2.5 unit. So this is 1 unit, 2 unit and half of it. Okay. So after considering half unit, 2.5, so you change this into the center line pattern. So this is over. After that, from this point, now we have to draw an square. The radius is 25 means the square will be equal to of 50 mm. Right. So 50 mm into 0.864. So how much it is? 50 into 0.8164. So it will be 40.82. So divide that by 0.8164. You get the count as 5 units. So start drawing a square of 5 units. So this is the center. So this is half and half unit divided. So from here 2.5, from here 2.5, right? So let this be an normal line, construction line of very less thickness. I'm using line, you use scale and pencil. So from here, okay, I will just count 2.5 units. Similarly back, that is over. So from here you count 2.5 and again from the center 2.5 units is over, and again from the center 2. Okay, after 2.5 and again from the center you measure 2.5 units, 1, 2 and half. So after this, just draw a line. So this is joint already. So you just 2.5 line is here. So again from here, just measure 2.5. You can just copy. Okay, so you can just select the line. In move command, you can use move, make copy on, click the point to move from, click the point to move to, and here also you need to move. Move, copy on, same line you shift, this is over. And similarly, select this line, move, copy on, move this. Copy was not on, so select, move, copy on, select this line. So now we will join all these corners. So from the end point, you please zoom the area or else it will be difficult to draw. Okay, so use trim command and trim the extra line. Okay, so 2.5 we need to extend here from this line to so same thing you can move, select the line, copy is on, move from here to here and again same. After that go for line, and done. Okay, so we have now constructed an square for the circle of 50 mm radius. So then the procedure is same. So you please zoom the area. If anything is not joined, you see that you will join it properly. Once you join, start connecting the corner to the midline. Again corner to midline. So then take arc by center point. So from arc to the radius, you just show, and similarly go for corner to the end point. I am showing you the rough construction. Use compass scale properly to join. Okay, after that you will use one end of the compass here, connect the other distance as in radius, and you will cut an arc. It is showing extra because it is not joined properly. You please join properly using the pen and using the pencil and scale. I'm just showing you the rough sketch over here because it is not meeting properly. That is why the problem is coming. So join. Arc by center point, one end of the compass here, the other end as a radius. You have to cut an arc. If it is not connecting, you have to do it in the opposite side. Okay. I've shown you already the process. I'm just showing roughly over here because since it is connected to the Google Meet, the software is flickering up. So arc by center point, one end of the compass here, the other end. You see, it will come like this. And later you will be having from here to here as a radius. So you select arc by center point, this as an radius. You keep one end of the compass over here, the other end of the compass, just you will cut an arc. Okay, it looks like an ellipse. Just a second, there is some problem in construction. That is the thing. You show it for 50 mm exactly. Since it is not able to identify 5 units here, if that is a problem which is arising. Okay, I just wanted the vertical height, so I've just kept that vertical axis. other thing I am deleting it. Okay, so from here 2.5 we need to measure 5 units. Okay, so this is our midpoint. So from this midpoint exactly 2 units. From here it is exactly 2.5, no? So mid. From here you count 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here it is 5 units. This is 3, no? This is 5. This is 5. There is a short line here. After this, just identify the center. For that, you need to identify the midline. Okay. So after that, you will identify from the corner to the midpoint, from the corner to the midpoint. Then you use compass. Keep one end of the compass here. Use this distance as a radius and just cut an arc. Go for arc by center point. There is some problem in the grids. I don't know why it's happening. I hope you have understood how to construct in the last problem also. So I'll just show you. It will come like an there is some problem. I don't know what's happening here. So from here you will connect, and again from here you will connect. So you will use arc by center point. It's not connected probably. That is the So please zoom the area again. You can notice it is taking extra lines. From the corner to the midpoint. Then you use arc by center point. Keep one end of the compass here, the other end here. Draw the arc. Okay. And now similarly you join. If it is not connected, it won't show you properly. Please zoom, take line. Okay, after that you go for arc by center point from the end point to the radius. Just draw the arc. So once you have done, you have the intersection point here, right? So go for arc by center point. So this is a point where it's meeting. Keeping one end of the compass here, this as an radius, you will just cut an arc. Similarly, you'll use arc by center point. Keep one end of the compass over here at the intersection and the other end, and you will just cut an arc. So there is some problem here. It is not intersected properly. There is some variation going on. I don't know why. If it joins, it has to meet. It's not meeting here. This is meeting some problem with this line. You people while constructing, you see, I'm now just seeing by trial and error always I have to construct tree again. So it will meet. So this is how you have to show the ellipse of the bottom surface. So after that, you have to take the radius and draw an arc. So arc by center point from this distance to the radius, you will draw the sphere. Okay. So this is the hemisphere on the cube. So you have to just darken the lines which are visible. So I'm changing this to visible of thickness 1 mm I'm showing here so that it will be visible to you. This also I'm making visible. 1 mm. This arc will be visible, so make that as visible. And the remaining part, only this part will be visible. So the under part, yeah, this will be visible. Retain the construction line and dark only the part which is visible. This is visible. So this will be visible. This part will be visible. This will be visible. All visible line I am darkening. Okay, so this actually we need to trim it out, which is not visible, or else we cannot darken the. You can just trim which is not needed. Let it be. I will just. Okay, so that the retained part will be this line. You can draw using visible thick line from here to here, and again this line now you can delete and make visible line of 1 mm thickness from here to here. The remaining part we have, it won't be visible, so you can remove this. So this will how the cube looks like, and even the bottom construction will not be visible, that you can delete it. Okay, so this reference line also what we have constructed can be erased, or the construction line can be retained. So this is how the problem looks like after completion of an hemisphere across the center of the given square prism. So you please solve it properly using a construction box and sketchbook. I'm just showing you in reference a rough sketch how to construct with the help of solid edge, but still I'm trying to show the grid lines within the solid edge. Thank you.